Canva is one of the most exciting websites for teachers. Not only do they have a plethora of different AI tools that we're going to talk about in this video, it's also completely free for educators to use for educational purposes. In this video, we're going to explore some of the different magic tools that you can find inside Canva. It's important for me to note that magic doesn't mean magic. It simply means using AI in an effective way. So in this video, I'm going to explore how you can find a range of those different magic tools so that you can do all sorts of exciting things. So this is Canva. You will have seen Canva in many of my previous videos. I am going to be doing more discussions about how to use Canva and some of the different tools that are available, because I find it's an integral part of my everyday planning and stuff that I've done as a teacher in the past. So to start off with, you'll most probably know one of the most exciting tools, and that is BG Remover. In the past, removing a background would have meant going onto a tool called BG Remover, inputting the image and copying it out. Now it's simple to just press BG Remover, and you can see within not even seconds, it's able to do that. Now, that's okay, but sometimes it's important to note that you don't always want just the person. So to access some of the other magic tools, that would be called Magic Remover or something along those lines, we have a plethora of different tools here. So magic layers we're going to look into. BG Remover is one of them. You've got BG Generator, Magic Eraser, Magic Grab, Grab Text, Image to Video we're not going to explore too much in this video, Magic Edit, which is fun, and then Magic Expand. So if we go back to that image here, we've got BG Remover. If we go for BG Generator, this allows us to create something behind me. So let's say instead of my office, we're going to go for a primary school classroom with chairs and displays behind. Okay, and then from there, we're going to just simply press generate. Now you can see it's going to do a long-standing job. It's going to take some time to generate this. Typically, what I love about Canva is that it actually generates 4 different versions, and then I can choose which version I like. This is great for when we're just trying to choose something that's the best. Also for solving hallucinations as well. Sometimes it's not able to do the best job. So if we click through some of these options, I mean, that is fantastic. I really like that one. If I'd been really specific, I'd say, you know, group tables instead of, I mean, it was kind of group tables. We've got this one here, nice and light, nice and airy. I like that one as well. I'm not too sure what's going on with the lights in the background. This one here, again, the text is not quite right. This one looks a bit dark and dingy. That's a kind of happy medium with the background there. So that looks good. I'm going to try and expand this a little bit as well. Oh, you can see I've filled this part here, but not quite right. Now, if we compare that to the original image, it's not bad at all. Now, unfortunately, I don't want to keep dragging it up. I want to try and expand this a little bit, maybe to see a bit of the roof. There is a specific tool exactly for that, and it is called Magic Expand at the end. What we're going to do in the corners, we're going to drag it to that top region, then we're going to drag it down. And then from there, same again, we're going to press Expand. What it's going to be doing now is it's going to detect around the background, and it's going to see what sort of things we're going to add in. Okay, it's done an interesting job. So it's added a table in front of me. Here, 3/4 zip with short sleeves. Not too sure on that. Here, strange desk. It doesn't match the vibe. That matches the vibe of the other tables. Here, and then you got the roof on the top there. I think this is the best of a bad bunch, but what's nice is you can always go through and you can regenerate that. So then from there, that's as much as we're going to do on this one. We're going to go to a different infographic this time. This is an infographic / slide that I've created in the past in a separate video. NotebookLM did a fantastic job of creating slides that you can use straight away in your lessons. I've created so many different tutorials about NotebookLM now, and lots of people have found them incredibly useful. If you haven't already checked those out, feel free to go and do that. I've also got different guides available on my website, teachtraveltriumph.com, that you can use straight away. Canva is also one of the tools that's available on my guide, Edtech Empowered, that's helped hundreds of teachers with saving time and innovating inside lessons. They definitely have used it to find new tools that perhaps they haven't seen before to support their class. So again, really useful. You can see here with this slide here, unfortunately, there's a few things that we need to get rid of. We want to get rid of this NotebookLM here. And I also want to be able to select the text. At the moment, I'm not able to do that. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to duplicate this. Here, I'm going to tap, I'm going to press edit, and this time I'm going to go to Magic Eraser. Magic Eraser is a fantastic tool that allows us to rub out essentially things that we don't want. So here, if I just want to rub that out and press erase, I find it does a really good job of little simple things like this. Let's say there's a tree in the background over there, just changing the brush size. If I wanted to get rid of that, make sure it's all out. Can just do click as well. If I wanted to get rid of that, you can see again, it's done a pretty much perfect job of that. You've got different ways of analyzing as well, foreground, text, click. And yeah, so that's me getting rid of that. And I want to be able to change the text font. To do that, I'm going to press something called Grab Text. It allows me to click specific text or all text. It will analyze the image first to see what text is available and go from there. So with the click, I'm going to press click. If there's lots of text, obviously I'll just press all text, then press grab. So you can see it's done a fantastic job, and what it will do is it will try and match to the fonts that are available in Canva. A question I've been asked before is, can you use this for commercial reasons? Typically I'm a creator for educational reasons, and as a result, that's what the free version's there for. If you're using the educational package for commercial reasons, so let's say selling it on something like Teachers Pay Teachers or Etsy, then you need to make sure you've got the pro version. But here we're just focusing on this here, so we've matched up to Lily to 1, and if I wanted to change it again, change it to maybe Bobby Jones, and then I can change the alignment up. I can then make it bigger, smaller, etc. So then we've got a slightly different image there too. And then if we just compare it to the top one, that one had a bit of a, bit of a drop down. So I can then go on to that effects, and then I can go on to maybe something like echo, change it to yellow. And you can see we've been able to kind of replicate that just about. From there, we've got another one that we're going to use. And in this one, and I'm gonna, big cheesy grin of mine, there's a few things that I want to change in this image. Firstly, I want to be, I'm going to change this tie to a different color. To be able to change this image a little bit more, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to Magic Edit. The Magic Edit tool is extremely exciting. It allows children to really be imaginative with the different things that they can see. So if you're trying to add something in, you can typically just brush it and then describe what you want to see inside. So here, like I said, I want to brush this tie and change the type. Change this to a blue tie. Now, with something like Nana Banana Pro 2, I find that it does a better job of prompt adherence. Typically here, it's trying to create a standalone tie, so it might struggle a little bit here. What it is good at is generating something on top of an image, or if you've got something like your hand here, it would do a really, really good job of like editing a bunch of flowers in, for example. So here, I'm pleasantly surprised of how well it's done of bringing that blue tie in. Sometimes it will give you options of being able to bring things in as well. So here, we're going to see if it will add a parrot on shoulder. Okay, and there we go. So then when we tap out of the image, all of a sudden I've got a nice blue, and then we've got the parrot on the shoulder there as well. We have other things as well. So then, for example, here, rather than press BG remover, one of the better tools to use, in my opinion, is this magic grab. The reason for that is if we've got things that you also want to bring in, so let's say we want to bring this guy in, we want to now also bring the parrot. Normally, if we bring BG remover, it will take things out, but sometimes you want those to stay in. So magic grab is fantastic for allowing you to do that. So let's say here, for example, I want it also, for some reason, have the board. It will allow me to do that. So when we press grab, it will separate those two out and do a good job of that. So there's those two, and then we've got the board separate there. And you can see it's generating actually a blank classroom behind me there too. I can always delete that
and then I've just got those two separate. So there's all sorts of different ways that you can use that, and it's really exciting to be able to use that too. I can't get over the parrot on the shoulder. That's quite funny. Now, a really, really strong combination of all of the things that I've just mentioned is Canva's newest feature called Magic Layers. And for that, we press Edit, we press Magic Layers, and what it's then going to do is a combination of everything. It's going to use Magic Grab, it's going to use Magic Text, and it's going to be separating the foreground and the background out into those different layers, matching everything up. And what it will then allow you to do is to bring everything together. So here, I actually like that I feel like it's done a better job of that text there, and we can see all these different features. For example, the treasure chest here, it's done a weird job of putting a background behind, so I might just make it a little bit bigger as an example. Yeah, that looks good. And then we've got these different features that I can drag off, so all of a sudden it just becomes a desert. That's actually really interesting. If I wanted to bring those two off, I could just make it a desert, you know? That is really, really interesting. And all of a sudden we've got a nice oasis in the corner down here. Look at that. I'm really pleasantly surprised by that. And then if I wanted to, you know, get rid of that completely and just have maybe the oasis. This was not meant to be part of the video. However, I've just been blown away. Look at that. What a brilliant job Magic Layers has then just done on that image. So then if I wanted to, I could then bring that in. I could bring that so it's in the water, for example. And then if for some reason I'm in this picture and I want to get rid of that, then there you go. I'm in there with the parrot and everything. I am so very pleasantly surprised by how well that has done. So there we go. Finally, the last tool is kind of a hidden feature, and it's called Magic Morph. It is a Canva native feature, but what it allows you to do is to change the text even more. We're going to tap the text, which we've got there. We're going to describe the look. So we literally just want sand. Of course, you can be a bit more specific with that. We want the sand to match the vibes of what we've been going for in the past, and then we let it load, and it will give you a few different options. This is a tool that I don't always use, but when I do, it will be for something like displays, for lettering on those displays, and so on. So here, give us an example here. Got that kind of sand effect. Not my favorite. That's probably a bit better. So if we change that, make that a bit bigger, it's got that kind of strange text. Now, this is an image. It is an image. So you can't then go and change the text without going into grab text, etc. So it's not my favorite. As we can see here, this technology is new and improving, etc. But it is worth knowing that that is a magic tool that's available. Now, it's also worth noting that there are a plethora of different tools, different magic tools available in the video editor and beyond. Maybe that is a separate video that I need to create. But for now, I just wanted to showcase some of the different magic tools that are available, and I know that you will find this useful. If you are a teacher, or even just anyone that's interested in EdTech and AI and things beyond that, make sure you give this page a subscribe, hit that button. It really helps me out, and it allows me to create more of this content. If you know of any features that you think you've missed this one, drop it into the comments. I'm always really open and receptive to feedback. Don't forget to also go to my website, teachtraveltriumph.com, for all sorts of free blogs and also my guides that are available there too. So I'll see you in a future video. Until then, I'm out.